Well, it's National Entrepreneurship Month, and we're talking about how mentorship can be a game changer for anyone trying to grow a business or lead a team. Entrepreneur and author Amy Summer joins us live to share what she's learned from building two companies from the ground up and why helping others succeed is the smartest business move that you can make. Amy, so nice to see you today.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course. So, you've got some accolades. You built two business from the ground up, which is extremely difficult, by the way. But one of the things that you have seen power in, or one of the things that you've seen work, and the things that you do is mentorship when it comes to building a team, scaling a business, whatnot. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, I think when a lot of people think about starting something on their own, what they don't think about is running teams and being a manager. And most entrepreneurs that I talk to tell me that that is their least favorite part of their job. They're just trying to build something, but people are your most important currency. And so I think that if you are starting something up new, you need to remember that because you have to have a team around you that really supports you if you're going to grow anything.
Now, I want to talk about just your average person going to work every day, clocking in for that 9 to 5. I mean, going to work, it's a daunting task. I mean, you have to do it 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. It's a lot to handle. Some people even more. So when we talk about how to show up in your best way, how to put on that good face, maybe show up like your best self, what are some tips that you have for us?
I think it really comes down to relationships, right? A lot of times we are taught at work to not be in relationships or to be guarded with our workmates, but we're spending most of our days with our teams and with our coworkers. And if you're the boss, I mean, your team is the bloodline of your whole company. So relationships matter. And I always just simplify it by saying mentorship is as simple as relationships. You have to build relationships. It's very important. And to build a good relationship, you do it just the same way you do it in any other area of your life. You have to show up, you have to be present, you have to be interested in people more beyond what the tasks they're doing for you.
So, I mean, what does showing up look like? I mean, especially if someone early in their career, how does it help you attract the right people?
Well, I think especially in this environment where we have a lot of hybrid and remote work situations, showing up is much more challenging, especially if you're running the show, if you're the boss, but also too if you're a team member. So you really have to be a lot more intentional about being present. So it might mean making a phone call that's not scheduled, talking, asking your boss to get some time on their calendar, or if you're the boss, having check-ins with your team much more frequently than you would like during a quarterly review. Showing up means, being there when a project maybe is taking a lot longer than it should, and you need to show your team that you can do the grunt work too and be part of that.
Now, you use the phrase, make success happen. What's that all about?
So make success happen is really my reminder to myself, my trigger phrase to remind myself to delegate. And so another thing that I think a lot of entrepreneurs, bosses, managers have trouble with is delegating. And it just comes from a place that we think that we can get it done a lot quicker than we could explain it to somebody else. But what you're really doing is you're piling a lot of things up on your plate. And if you have too many things on your plate, you're never going to get to the really important things that you need to do as a business owner or a manager. And so make success happen is my reminder that when my to-do list is getting too long, I need to clear it and I need to assign those tasks to people that work for me and just throw it at them. I mean, really throw it at them and throw them in the deep end and see what they can do with it. The reward for them is that they will rise to the occasion. They will make success happen for you in the company. And then they're going to get that joy of knowing what it's like to be successful and doing something completely on their own. And once they clear that, they'll be ready for the next challenge.
Now, Amy, you're an author. You wrote a book. It's called Lift. And in that book, you touch on some mentorship tips that can empower your team, maybe accelerate your career. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So Lift has 10 mentorship touch points in it. And they're really just simple reminders on how to weave mentorship into your leadership style. I know that mentorship has really become a trendy word, and we kind of made it into a program where you have to have coffee with someone or you have to be part of a mentorship program at work. But my message is that mentorship should just be part of your daily routine. And so the touch points in the book are reminders on how to do that. And they're ways that are going to help you build confidence with your team, help your team succeed and rise. And as they rise, then you're going to elevate too.
Now, for someone who's watching this right now, maybe they're feeling stuck or overwhelmed with their business, maybe just in everyday life. What's one small mentorship move they can make this week to maybe get things flowing a little bit easier?
Well, I would say to all the entrepreneurs out there, do not try to be a solo entrepreneur. And what I mean by that is, don't forget that you also need mentorship. So look around, look for those professionals that are a few steps ahead of you, and reach out to them, get some time with them. When you're running a business, when you're the boss, when you're at the top, that is that old saying, they say it's lonely at the top. It's really true. But you also need mentorship. You need to learn from others so that you can get filled up as well and advance. And then that is going to encourage you to also be a good mentor to your team.
All right, Amy, thank you so much for joining us today, giving us all those tips. I love it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Bree.